Well, hello there. Well, today we've got a special show for you. I've entitled it, Your Attitude Determines Your Altitude. Question is, how high do you want to fly? I'm not talking about from drugs. You know, you can walk into a room and if a person comes in there with a bad attitude, it's just like a pair of old stinky tennis shoes. It'll run you right out the room, won't it? And I hear young people and old people too talking about, well, if you don't like my attitude, that's just too bad. Well, honey, it's not a matter whether I like your attitude. The thing is that what is your attitude doing for you? Is it taking you around the world to see things that you've never seen before? Is it drawing the kind of people in your life that you really like to know? Is it bringing you lots of prosperity, good luck, and money, substance everywhere? Or is it keeping you stuck in disease, keeping you stuck in the dumps all the time, always depressed, and oh, poor me? Is it keeping you in poverty and want and lack and limitation? I'm here to tell you, if you change your thoughts, you will change your world. Because your attitude determines your altitude. Now, what is attitude? People say, well, what is it? What is attitude? Attitude is what we think, what we speak, and what we feel. And how do you change your thoughts, you probably say? Well, you've got to realize your mind is divine. That's why it's at the top of your head and not the bottom of your toes. You have to protect your mind. You cannot allow everything to go into your mind, you see. It's just like a great big old can. I want to say trash can, but I won't say trash can because that's not what it is. But a big old can. You put in, okay? And pretty soon it's going to start flowing out. If you put thoughts of greatness, thoughts of power, thoughts of prosperity, okay? Good thoughts. Read good books. Only watch shows that are going to help you grow, okay? Stop listening to all that garbage, okay, that can tell you how bad everything is, and start reversing that and listen to peaceful music, positive music, inspirational messages. Then, the more you put that in, it starts to change your attitude, coming out. It starts to come out. You start to change your way. Now, what you speak. Our words have power. Our words are like a two-edged sword. They can be a cursing, can be a blessing, or a curse. They can lift us out of our situation or push us down in it further by what we think. You ever met somebody, every time you see them coming, it's always bad thinking, bad speaking, always something wrong, always complaining, always whining? Don't be a whiner, be a winner. Change your you're speaking. Change your thoughts. One of the greatest speakers who knew the power of the spoken word was Muhammad Ali. And what did he say? I am the greatest. And guess what? He will be. He is the greatest and always will be. He knew the power of the spoken word. He did a lot of self-talk. Talk to yourself with some positive, glowing things. Sometimes you might be the only person to say something good to yourself. I am wonderful. I am kind. I am loving. I am prosperous right now. Speak it as though it were, and you will draw it into reality. Oh, our attitudes determine our altitude. And I always think about someone I met many years ago. I served on a board with him. I didn't know him very well, but I can appreciate this man because he had a positive mental attitude. His name was Mr. W. Clement Stone, and he became a billionaire, okay, one of the wealthiest men in the world. And Mr. Stone, I'm going to tell you the truth, if looks had anything to do with it, he would never been wealthy, because he was a funny looking little man. He looked like a clown, if I tell you the truth. I always had powder, white powder on his face when I'd see him. It looked like he had a little mustache. It looked like he penciled it in. But boy, was he powerful. I'd say, how are you, Mr. Stone? He'd say, I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise. And he was. You see, his attitude. It was his attitude that helped him to become the great man that he was. In fact, he's written several books. You ought to read them. One of them is called The Success System That Never Fails. The Success System That Never Fails. And he also was the founder of Success Unlimited. Well, my time is up now, but as I leave you, I just think about something that I read today and kind of inspired me to want to do this show today. And it said, we have three choices in life. We can either give in, give up, or give it all we've got. I like that third choice the best. How about you? Well, this is Sister Joy signing off now, saying I hope the rest of your life is the best of your life. Until we meet again, toodaloo.